It's me, Shawn Skates, and I am back with another unboxing. So I promised you yesterday that we were going to continue on with this thread of being, because we are reading this little book called the To Be. Why am I having to look at this? The To Be list. I do want to share with you the authors of this book and give them their credit. Letitia Randall and Sebastian Walter. Letitia Randall and Sebastian Walter. So I wanted to read this passage prior to coming to you with it so I could formulate some thoughts about it. But I stopped because I don't want this to be too contrived. Like, I don't know if I shared this with you, but I do know that I shared this with you. I write my own books. So I have time to think and edit and go over what I want to say. So I just don't want to do that here. I want to read it. I want to have a thought about it. I want to share it with you. And I want you to share your thoughts about it also, because then we can have a discussion. Ideally, what I'm trying to get to is the point where I meet the metrics so that we can have lives. Because I think that lives will be a little more fun so we can engage in real time and there can be a discussion amongst all of us. All right. Title is Be Present. So we're going to go ahead and read that and think what we think and say what we say. Be present. How many times have you found yourself listening to a friend, nodding in agreement with what they're saying, while mentally planning out your evening, remembering that item you need to pick up on the way home, or reliving that stupid thing you said earlier? We seem to find ourselves in the past or future far more than we're ever really in the present. And it becomes almost impossible for us to truly be there for others, even those we deeply care about. Meanwhile, we're missing out on relationships and we're missing out on life. As life unfolds around us, we're days behind or weeks ahead, playing over moments that have been or longing for ones in the future. In reality, neither of those actually exist. The only truly real moment is the one you're experiencing right now. Try just for one day being present. Push away those matters. No, not matters. Nattering. This is the first time I've heard that word. Nattering thoughts, Nattering. Thoughts that want to distract you from where you actually are, who you're really with, and what is happening right in front of you. Give others your full attention, not a tiny fraction of it, and watch what happens inside you and around you. Suddenly, life may start to become more interesting, more beautiful, more appreciated. Be present. And I almost skipped over this one. Like, I saw this yesterday when I was kind of thumbing through the book. And I'm like, be present, be present, be present, be present, be present. I mean, we hear that a lot. I do. I've heard it a lot. And you hear it from that perspective where it says, focus on what's happening right here and right now. But I would venture to say that we can look at that from another angle too, where it means be present. First you need to be present, meaning you need to be there. Like, a lot of us miss out on opportunities, blessings, great things that could happen to us because we're not there. We're not present. We can't say here, like when you call attendance and you're getting your role, you're trying to find out who's absent and who's present. If that person hasn't shown up, then they are absent. So the first part of being present is actually physically being there. The second part of being present is to have a gift, have an offering, give somebody more than what they came with, left with. Be a blessing in some form or fashion. The Bible says that your gift will make room for you. So your gift could be a compliment. You'll be a material item. Your gift could be your presence. It could be your thought, your help, your attention, your concern. So there's lots of ways to be give a gift, to be present. So yeah, we look at it from the perspective of what they're saying in the book. Focus on what's happening now. Don't be on your phone. Don't be thinking about what's happening later on. Don't, blah, blah, blah. All the stuff that they went over. But I wanted to add to that as my gift to you is that, first of all, you got to show up. Like, what do they say? 90% of success is just showing up. Or it's 80. It's a percent. Guess what? It's 100% because you're not going to get that other 10% if you haven't shown up. And I don't want to go into depth about it because actually I do go into kind of depth about it in one of my own books. But we're focusing on this book right now because we're being present here. But yeah, showing up is a thing. Like, I can't emphasize that enough. Short story, a couple weeks ago, maybe a few weeks ago, I just did not feel like going to church. And I go to church kind of far away because that's where my family goes to church. And I just didn't want to go, but it was like, I feel like I need to go. And let me just go ahead and put it out there. I have a book, it's called Run and Get Rich. And so that is a phrase that I tell myself all the time, especially when I don't feel like doing something. It was like, you better, and sometimes it'll come up in me worded just like that. You better run and get rich. And when that does come up in me, I know that means I need to show up. I need to be present. So I came up with all the reasons why I shouldn't go, why, this was wrong with me, that was wrong with me. I just didn't want to go. Don't force yourself, blah, blah, blah. Well, I get there and I see someone is sitting beside my mom. And I'm like, who's that person? I don't know who it is. By the time I get up to the pew and look, it is my niece from Atlanta who I haven't seen in a long time, that I didn't know was going to be there, that I didn't know was coming. I ran and that's what I said. I ran and I got rich. So that's like, I tell myself that, and when it happens, it happens. I ran and I got rich. I showed up and that blessed my soul so much to see that girl there. Because I wasn't expecting it. And she's such a bright light and just a special little person. And so it was such a blessing. So once again, being present is about you actually first showing up. So, past the paying attention part, there's a blessing in just showing up. Secondly, there's a blessing in having something to offer, giving something, having your gift make room for you. So we got those three things that we're looking at where you're just showing up. You are focusing on what's happening in the moment, not in the past, not in the future. You're here now. And lastly, being present, being the present, offering a present, giving a gift. So that's what we learned for today. We're going to be back tomorrow. I'm not even going to flip the page because I don't even want to know what it says until I get back with you tomorrow. So it's me, Sean on Skates. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in my next video.
Yay!